When not on the road, Kurt lives in Grazia, a northern Italian village, which is a sort of haven for modern art. His house is a gathering place for street painters, a place to exchange ideas, to rest, to resupply.
Years ago, when we started to make pastel chalks, it was for simple economic reasons that anything approaching a decent pastel cost about $1 a stick, and we could grind away about 200 on the drawing. Get them in, the first step.
The handmade pastels are an inexpensive blend of beeswax, glue, soap, and pigments.
After having started to make the chalks, the second reward was the fact that we found eventually that we made better pastel chalks than any available on the market. And it became a double reward, that our chalks are stronger colors, more resistant, and that we get colors which simply are not available because of the fact that they can't be spewed out of the machine.
Not only did the color possibilities become infinite, but the specific needs of street painting could be addressed. Chalks resistant to sun, wind, and the worst enemy of all, water. Even Kurt's chalks cannot withstand a downpour. Colors fade and bleed, robbing the painting of its intensity. Sharp lines become indistinct smudges. With Mana's help, Kurt will spend hours undoing the damage from an early morning storm. Time that could be spent moving forward will be consumed in repairs.
Not many people who are serious about their work would ever want to take this as their medium because of the heat, the cold, the rain, the destruction of the pictures, the police, the possible aggressive qualities of the passers-by. There's many, many negative moments. To block out the traffic and the people walking on my fingers and my chalk boxes and everything, I found that I was developing a sort of a concentration, a sort of blocking out of all these noises and distractions that are very extreme, more than anybody probably would ever imagine. I would just sit down and draw and get completely involved in the drawing, closing everything out, sort of wake up 4 hours later, 6 hours later, and find that the time had passed. So this is the part about street painting that's not fun. That's when you're watching your work and you're hoping to get going. You get there the next day, you see the clouds, the sunlight hit, and then all of a sudden this big gray monster comes over and you think, well, looks like I've got it again. For instance, this is the second time it's rained today, and all during the day, little drop by drop by drop, reminding me what's going to happen. And with the weather report like it is, it's very possible that this drawing we just have to consign to the gods, sacrifice. That's it.
Kurt is not the first street painter to have battled the elements. The tradition of the Molinari is hundreds of years old and grew out of the Roman Catholic reverence for the Virgin Mary. In the village where Kurt lives, the Church of the Santa Maria delle Grazie, built around 1400, features a painting of the Virgin and Child believed to have miraculous powers. When a prayer was answered, the thankful pilgrim might offer a token to Grazia's Madonna for grace received. Sometimes, a small painting was commissioned, a primitive depiction of the horrors from which a believer had been delivered. Some of the unnamed artists were likely to have been the beggars who sat on the pavement outside the church, making crude drawings of the Madonna in colored chalk. These artists were the Modenari.